The next time somebody brings up something from your past and they do it just to embarrass you in front of other people, how'd you like to turn the tables on them so that they'll never try it again? Stick around.
What do I say?
DanTheGunnerTraining.com.
All right, I got a question from a viewer, and the question was about what does he do? He is with a group of people, and there's one person who keeps bringing up embarrassing issues in his past, and he's asking, what should I do about this? Here's what I suggest, because this has happened to me. When you have embarrassing issues in your past, there's going to be somebody who is sent from the universe to help you get over it. And they're going to bring it up in front of other people again and again and again and again. And what that is teaching you, remember, is that you have something that you have not yet worked through. If you're feeling bad about it and they're able to get your goat and they're able to make you feel bad and gain power from that time and time again, that is not an issue with them. That is an issue with you. First time they do it is about them. Second time, third time, fourth time, that is about you. So let's stop the cycle and stop the madness. Here's what you do. Number one. As I was publishing this video, I thought I have to leave an extra note. Number one, to tell you, step number 4 is the best step ever. Let me know if you agree with me. I really think it is. And let me know, what are the things that people say to you that are embarrassing, that they say to you to embarrass you on purpose in front of other people? Leave that in the comments if you could, because I need to get some more material. Thanks. And I appreciate your comments and questions. Please ask about anything and I will try to answer it in a video response. Take away their power. We call that damage control. Here's how you do that. Remember that they gain power by embarrassing you in front of other people by telling these stories. If you were not embarrassed, they would not have that power. If they knew that's not going to embarrass him, he doesn't care about that, that's not going to get under his skin, they wouldn't say it, they wouldn't do it. They would be powerless. Poof. Their power goes away when you own your embarrassing moments and get over it and stop being embarrassed. When we have embarrassing moments in life, these are the moments that help us grow and learn and be strong. Generally, the most embarrassing, the most difficult moments in our life, the biggest failures that we have, those are the turning points that eventually lead to us having the greatest successes in our life. If we don't have any of these big failures or these big embarrassing moments, chances are we're not getting anywhere either. So when somebody brings up one of your embarrassing moments, instead of, kind of being like, yeah, or, hoping that they'll stop soon, just hoping that you can disappear into your chair or whatever it may be, bring it up. Remember to watch your body language. Once they start bringing it up, get into position where your chest is up, you're open with your posture, your shoulders are back. And let's just say that somebody says something to you like,
Hey Dad, we were talking today. I was considering, as you may know, getting married, but I don't know after what happened to you at the altar. I mean, remember you and Coco Buffet? It turned out to be neither Coco nor Buffet. Yeah, that was so humiliating for you. We were all talking about it. I don't know if I'd ever get married after seeing what circus show happened to you.
Or let's say that you had an embarrassing presentation and you just bombed in front of your clients and in front of your boss. And one of your coworkers says,
Hey, we were talking about at lunch today. Remember that time you did in front of the and totally blew the account? Remember that? God, that was rich.
Those are the moments we're talking about where people are gaining power from your embarrassment. So instead of trying to shy away from it or being embarrassed, get into position and face it head on and bring it up, bring it even more to light and say, yes, that was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Yeah, it was really humiliating while I was standing there at the altar and I was stood up by Coco and everyone watched me in my humiliation and my sadness cry as I walked down from the altar and wept all the way home. Or everybody watched as I was giving that presentation and I got so nervous I threw up right there in front of our clients and my brand new suit that I got just for that occasion. Whatever it is, say it, bring it up, add some elements that they did not add. Because when you do that, you are turning the tables on them. You're taking the power away from them. They aren't able to embarrass you. The story is no longer fun. The spotlight is now on you. There's no fun in that. And number 2, ask them why they brought it up. Remember that it is our right and sometimes our obligation as savvy communicators to hold people accountable for their communication and to hold people accountable for their behavior. So if somebody is going to, in a group of people, ask you about an embarrassing moment or bring up an embarrassing moment, Ask them why they would do that. Once you've said, yes, I remember that. That was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. I remember, throwing up all over the client. I remember spilling the tray. My brother did this at his first busboy job. First night he was working with me. He tags along. I'm always having to get him jobs, help him through life. So he had this tray of water. And it was one of those trays. He was like a little boy. He was like 13. And he had a tray, a big round tray of maybe 13 glasses of water, something like that. And it was those teppanyaki, tables where they chop up the food right in front of you, haka chaka 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 chaka. And my brother took the tray of water, and it was the lady's birthday, and she was in silk, and he went, and the whole tray of water smashed all over, and she found no humor in it, either then or, at the end of the evening, or nobody saw it was funny but me. And so when somebody brings something like that up, ask them why they would do that. Yes, I remember when I spilled that tray of water all over that lady on her birthday, and she felt awful. I ruined her birthday. I felt horrible. There was nothing I could do about it. I was a little boy. I cried. Why are you bringing that up in front of all of these people? Why are you bringing it up today? Are you trying to make me feel bad about that? Are you trying to add to my shame? Are you trying to add to my humiliation? Why are you bringing that up? I'm curious. Ask people. Why are they choosing that venue to ask you that question? Ask people. So what gives? Why are you asking that now? Is there something that happened that reminded you of that? Be direct, bring it to light, face it head on, takes all the fun out of it. And remember, do not do that in private. If they bring it up in front of other people, there are occasions in my other lessons, maybe you've attended my other courses, where I will say, if somebody brings something up in public, address it in private. This is not one of those occasions. If somebody's doing that in public, stop right there and do not proceed with any more communication until you've covered this issue. So don't let them skirt around it or say, I was just kidding. I'm asking you why you brought it up in front of these people. I'm asking you why you brought it up. Something must have been the catalyst that caused this thought to pop into your head and fly out of your mouth. What was it? Is it something about the past that you can't give up? Is it something about that era in your life that you feel you can't move away from? Is there something that you want to hold on to? What is it that brought that up? I'm curious. I'd like to help. Then what you want to do is explain what's really going on. Step 3. When you explain what's really going on, that's when you get into the details and say, maybe, Charlie, what I think is happening is you're a little bit threatened by other people's success and growth because, see, when I have issues like that happen to me, I learn from them and I grow. That's what makes me grow. You bringing them up in front of other people, that's what makes you a fool. That's what makes you look like a fool because only fools do that. Explain to people, if we have an event that is embarrassing or traumatizing, that is what humans go through so that they can grow and become better people. When someone brings up those issues in front of other people, that's what a fool does to prove that they are foolish. So again, why would you do that? Bring it up, lay it out, and explain what's going on so that everybody knows there's a fool in the room. I'm warning you. Then we go on to offering second helpings. Just in case they haven't had enough of you taking away all of their power and all of their fun and letting them know you have no power here, I would be happy to share that if it would help anyone else with their struggles and their suffering. Happy to. Bring it on. Bring on the shame. Bring on the embarrassment. I'm over it. Now remember, when you do that, when you are able to talk about your embarrassing moments because they are from the past and you learn from them, the key component to that is you forgive yourself. You have to be able to forgive yourself from these embarrassing moments, these big failures that you've had. And if you have trouble forgiving yourself and getting over it, practice forgiving other people and getting over little things that other people do that might annoy you. People that you might not even know at the grocery store that are in front of you in the line and they have 20 items in the 12-item line. Forgive them. Practice forgiving people on a small basis, and you will see that you will start to be able to forgive people on a larger basis. Because if you cannot forgive yourself, what that is going to mean ipso facto is that you have trouble forgiving other people as well, because it's all just one relationship. So if forgiveness with a capital F in general is difficult for you, start that way. Forgive people for little things, and you will see that you will be able to start forgiving people for bigger things and start forgiving yourself for little and big things. And you'll get over it and be able to face those moments in your past with clarity and say, yep, that happened. Yeah, that was one of my growth moments. This is not one of your growth moments. This is one of your embarrassing moments. But it was a growth moment for me. I'm confused as to why you'd choose to make it an embarrassing moment for you, but fools will be fools. So make sure to call people out, hold them accountable, and let other people know exactly what's going on. And when you do that, be authentic. Be authentic as you can. If it was really embarrassing, if it did make you cry, if it did break your heart, if you were deceived, if you were played the fool, if you were made a fool of, if you were humiliated, say all of that. Those types of words people can relate to. And when you're able to say them frankly and relate to people on that type of human level and say to them basically, if my embarrassment or suffering can in any way help you through your human experience and the suffering that we all share, bring it on. I am willing to up the ante and double down and tell you more if it will help you through your difficult experiences. That type of relating to people is what's going to set you apart, not only as a communicator, but as a human being. And people will respect you more, and it takes all the fun out of it for that person who tried to embarrass you in front of other people by bringing up the past. Didn't work. So what does not get rewarded will not get repeated. And there will be more like this in our upcoming courses. So make sure that if you found value in this video, to like it and share it and comment on it. And if you have a question, ask it in the comments below and I will answer it in a video like this. And remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I answer your questions or when other great new videos like this come out. So remember, for everyone here at Dan O'Connor Training, the most important thing you can do as a communicator, most important thing, say whatever you have to say in a loving way. If there's anything you have to say to somebody, you can find a way to say it in a loving way. Always. If you have any trouble, that's what I'm here for. So get in touch. I look forward to hearing from you all. This is Dan O'Connor with Dan O'Connor Training, signing off. Make sure to check out our specials at danocconnortraining.com.